Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my GTA 5 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at yet another fun mod, this time in the form of the Railroad Engineer mod, being made by user J10, and oh boy, this thing is glorious. What it adds into the game is the ability for you to finally be allowed to control, well, a train. That's why we're standing on top of one here today. And it's something that has always kind of bothered me about the sandbox in this game. You couldn't drive the trains. Why not? In the story mode, you do get one singular mission where you are allowed to drive a train. So we know that it's possible. It's not a limitation of the game engine, but for some reason they restricted train driving from us in the sandbox, and that annoys me to no end. But thanks to the glorious J10 and this beautiful Railroad Engineer mod, you can now drive a train, and that is just beautiful. So let's jump right on into it and show you how all this works. Now, first off, of course, you'll need to find yourself a train or a people mover tram in the city. So whether it's a freight train like this or one of the sort of like subway trams in the city, either of those, you'll be good to go to control them. We'll show off the freight train here first, as it does have a couple additional features that the tram doesn't have. And of course, actually, the tram also has its own unique features as well. But once you do find the train in question that you want to drive, you just need to hold F when you are near the locomotive for freight train or near the main tram for the trams. And yes, if you just hold F, you will jump on in and chuck the actual driver of the train out. Now he is just kind of wandering around, and is he gonna jump off the train? Oh no, he's just gonna walk aimlessly to the end. That is, oh, now he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. But yes, we have now taken over control of this train from the now dead conductor, and we can completely control this just like any other vehicle in the game. Well, except of course you're on rails, so you would have no control over going left or right. But with the W key, you can move forward and speed the train up. The S key will reverse the train. The period or full stop key, depending on how you like to say it, will actually brake the train and bring it to a full stop. The E, of course, sounds the horn. Let's see if we can hear it. Not quite as loud as I was hoping. H turns on and off your headlights, and, well, those are the basic keys. Now, just like with any other vehicle in the game, you do have control over the camera, where you can move it around as you please, look behind you quickly, and even cycle through the modes, including the interior view, which I just love controlling the trains from in here. It's very, very fun. But for the sake of the video today, let's control it from out here to go over a few of the things. Now, up in the top, you will notice that we do have a UI for this mod that shows us how fast we are going. And we have that in both miles per hour as well as kilometers per hour. And up at the very top, you may notice a small thin bar that occasionally has a little bit of red in it. That bar is the derailment meter. It's one of the newer features in this mod, in one of the recent releases of it, that now allows for train derailment. So if you're going too fast around a tight corner, your train will derail. So the more red fills up in that bar, the closer you are to losing your train. Now, alternatively, if you want to actually cause a derailment, you can hold down the X key, and that will, in fact, cause a derailment. We will give that a go later. For now, though, let's just bring this thing up to speed a bit to fill that bar up a little bit more on this slight turn. And you're seeing we're filling it up maybe about an eighth of the way or so, and it'll probably drop off once we get to this section of straighter track here, and then we'll go back up again in this turn. Though I'm pretty sure that the turning on this track for a while is fairly straightforward, so we're probably not going to derail on our own, which is good. Now let's actually bring down the speed a little bit, because I do want to show off one of the other features. Now, besides the derailment, there are a few new features that include the ability for the train to maintain its speed even if you get out. So if we hit F again, we will pop onto the top of the train, and the train will maintain its speed. And that That is just beautiful. Now let's hold F again, and I'm going to slow down more to show off another feature, just so that the train doesn't go too far away from us. So another feature is if you are outside of the train, it maintains its speed, which is cool because then you can have a gunfight from on top of a train as it's zooming through the countryside at 100 miles per hour. But if, say, you get knocked off the train for whatever reason, like so, the train will begin to slow down and come to a complete stop to allow you to then get close to it again and get back inside. A very, very cool feature. Now, along those same lines, if you fall off the train and it goes a ways away, or you go a ways away, it will actually come to you. Though it does have a bit of a limit if you get too far away, or if, say, you use one of the trainers to teleport, then yeah, you're done. It'll go on its own again, and you'll have to find another train. Now, I love those features, especially the ability to stand on top of the train. That just makes the whole idea of, gunfighting from on top of a locomotive all that much more fun, which is pretty cool indeed. Now, on to derailment. Now, as I said, speed is the big determining factor. If you take a turn too quickly, you will derail. I'm actually going to check the map real quick. Are we anywhere near a turn? Not one that's big enough to cause us to derail. So maybe we can do it with the tram here in a little bit, but let's just get up to speed, and we will manually derail this train, as I said, with the X key. So if we actually zoom out our camera a bit here, there we go. We're up to a good 65 is what I want to get us to. And then you hold down X, and there we go, it begins to derail. Now, since we were on a straightaway, it's not exactly the most fantastic derailing ever. If you are on a turn, all the different cars of the locomotive will begin to go off in whichever direction. But for now, we have purely just generically derailed the train, and as you can see, all the different cars have come off the track, and they can cause quite a bit of mayhem if you are going fast on a very tight turn. I've seen one of these fly off onto the highway, causing a very large pileup. It was quite entertaining. And so that is what you can do with the locomotive. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and bring you guys back once I find a tram in the city to show off some of its unique qualities. So be back in a sec, folks. Alright, I found a nice tram station here to sort of wait, and finally, after, probably about 10 minutes or so, we finally have a tram, and similarly to the locomotive, all I have to do is be close to the front and hold down the F key and enter, and we now have control of this tram. So let's just, we're gonna run that guy over. Sorry, buddy. You shouldn't have got off in front of the tram. It was your own fault. But yes, just like with the locomotive, we use W to move forward, S to slow down, and eventually reverse if we so desire. And now one of the extra features for the trams is quite cool. You'll notice, since I grabbed the tram while it was... Hey, that guy hit me. Come on, man. But since we did grab the tram while it was at the station, the doors were open. They have now automatically closed after a specific amount of time, but we can also close and open them ourselves by hitting the G key. I quite love doing this. It's honestly kind of amusing for me to play as the tram driver. I don't know why it entertains me, but it does. It's... God, it's like Euro Truck Simulator and things like that. Things that should not be entertaining games are, and it's just weird. But yes, you can drive along to all the different tram stops and then head yourselves into the subway here, which, oh boy, we are actually getting... Oh God, we derailed in the tunnel. Oh boy. Well, there was the derailment meter filling up. Oh boy, this one didn't last long. But yes, we also do have an interior for this tram that you can use if you didn't crash. And unlike the freight trains, you cannot stand on top of these and it continue to go to do a shootout, which kind of makes sense because there are the electric poles on top of this thing. That is something unique to the freight trains. You can stand on top and it keep on going. But still, a very, very fun thing to drive. I personally prefer the freight trains more, but, you know, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, that is gonna be it for this episode, I believe. There wasn't really much to show off with it. Oh my god, there's another tram going through us. Video games. Lovely. Okay. But yeah, there wasn't much else to show off with the trams. The only additional feature besides the freight trains is that G to open and close the doors, which is fabulous. But yes, I do hope you have enjoyed this episode, and if you would like to check these or this mod out for yourself, you can take a look at the link in the description as always, and I definitely say to go and do so. It is so much fun driving around on trains. I don't know why, it just is. Go and give it a try, and I hope you do come back for the next episode, where we will be looking at yet another fun mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, my friends, and as always, have a good one. Oh god, I think I hear another tram coming. Oh god, run away!